From T-Mobile Park here in Seattle, it's time for the second series of the year, as the Mariners will play host to the Detroit Tigers. As we take a look at the storylines for today's game, Jack Flaherty coming off of a big game off the mound against the Dodgers for the Tigers. They come off of a series win against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Mariners coming off of a series win against the A's, but they suffered their first loss. In the league, the Rangers in the American League West win in extra innings versus the Red Sox yesterday to close out that series. And the A's yesterday against these Mariners, 11 strikeouts, 13 total for Seattle, and just 1 run. Something's got to give. Mariners coming off of their first loss of the season, and look to continue their winning ways here against the Tigers coming up next. Big homestand to start the year continues here for the Mariners. George Kirby will get his first start of the season. Last year, 33 games under his belt, an ERA just over 3.5. Pretty good ERA there. Looking to continue the success here this year as Zach McKinstry will stand in to lead things off for the Tigers. And we are set for baseball here this evening on a Monday evening from Seattle. Strike one to start it off for George Kirby. 27 years of age is Kirby from Rye, New York. Drafted back in 2016 by the New York Mets, 6'4", 215. Had a good year last year for Seattle, starting his third year with the club. Career ERA over 3 years at 3.43, as this one's chopped foul, remains 0-2. 191 innings pitched last year for Kirby, which is his career high by 0.1 of an inning, and a good start to his season as McKinstry goes down swinging to start the game here tonight. Just got him to chase the breaking ball in the dirt. Good start for George Kirby. And there's one away here for Parker Meadows.
That's a ball.
Meadows takes ball one, batting under 100 to start the year. 244 last year, 9 home runs, 28 RBIs. The 25-year-old from Atlanta. 6'5", 205. Inside 2-0. Starting his third year here with the Tigers. Spent the first 2 here in the majors with the Tigers. Coming off of a season in which he batted 244 in his second year as a Tiger. He had a pretty good on-base percentage at .310. He had 9 home runs, drove in 28 runs. He played in 82 games for the Tigers, which is his career high. His first year he played in 37. A career .241 hitter, takes a strike, and it's 3-1. Swing and a miss, and now it's full 3-2. So he's gone from 3-0 to 3-2. Let's see if Kirby can bounce back fully here. Inside corner, strike 3 called, and George Kirby has struck out the first 2 batters he's faced here tonight. Good start for him. Game 1 of this 3-game set between the Tigers and the Mariners. Tigers coming off of a year in which they made it to the playoffs for the first time in a few years. And George Kirby off to a great start. A pop-up on the infield. Retires the side. Tigers nothing. Mariners coming to bat. Matt Manning will be the starter today for the Tigers. 5 games last year, starting with a 4.88 ERA. Starting his 5th year here with the Tigers. Career ERA for him is at 4.43. Last year, he was just 0-1 record-wise. He started 5 games. There's a strike, 0-1. To Victor Robles, who drove in the only run in yesterday's game for Seattle. They lost 4-1 to the A's. The game 4 of this set, they were going for a 4-game sweep, fell for the first time this season. Chased that one downstairs, and it's quickly 0-2. Mariners struck out 15 times yesterday. That was the storyline, just couldn't put bat on ball. However, they did have 8 hits in that game. Robles in the leadoff spot drove in the only run. On the ground towards the middle, and a good start for Robles. Base hit. And a leadoff single here for the Mariners leadoff man. Victor Robles stays hot. And a good start for the Mariners against Matt Manning. Sent that one right back up the middle. Didn't hit it too hard, but he found the open gap. Sent it right back where it came from. And now here is Julio, who had a hit yesterday, and he also got hit by a pitch in yesterday's game. Ball 1. .294 so far this year. A couple homers, driven in 3 runs for the Mariners thus far. 1-0 outside corner for a strike, 1-1. So Robles the guy on over at first here. Leadoff single to start the game for Seattle. And now Julio at the plate. Fouls that one straight back, and it's 1-2. Matt Manning, 6'6", 195 for the Tigers, 27 years old, from Sacramento, California. On the ground right side, could be trouble. Throw to second off balance in time, back to first not in time, so they trade places and put it out on the board. Fielder's choice for Julio. And there's 1 on with 1 out. They go for the lead runner. Good play there by Torres. And a big lead there for Julio, and back in safely. Cal Raleigh to the plate. .167 coming in thus far. Outside corner for a strike, 0-1.
0-1.
Hasn't hit a home run yet this year, has Cal, fresh off the new contract extension. Waiting for the big dumper to unload. Julio at first with 1 man out. Swing and a miss by Cal, and it's 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
1 for 5 in yesterday's game with a base hit. 1 of 8 hits the Mariners had yesterday. Left side, there's another one. Cal with a base hit to left. Julio moves up to second base, and a couple hits here in the first inning for Seattle. Cal Raleigh looking to build on that average. Just a little chopper, so a ground ball up the middle by Robles to start the inning. Now a base hit in the 6th hole for Cal, and now here's Randy Arozarena with a couple runners on. And he sends the first pitch in the air towards center field. Julio tagging at second. Will he try it? He will not. 2 away here in the first. Let's take a look now at the Mariners starting lineup now that we get a moment. We just saw the first few hitters in the lineup. Robles, Julio, and Cal. Randy Arozarena just flew out to center field. Luke Raley will stand in now. Jorge Polanco will round out the middle. Then you got Rowdy Tellez, Ryan Bliss, and J.P. Crawford in the bottom 3. Here's Luke Raley, a homer this year, 3 RBIs driven in thus far. Batting .357 to start the young year. 0-1. 5-year career for Raley with the Dodgers, the Rays, and Seattle. Swing and a miss, 0-2 quickly.
0-2 at the count.
No balls, 2 strikes, couple runners aboard, and Raley stays alive. Julio at second. Cal Raleigh over at first, and a pop-up left side will stay in play for Ibanez. And he will make the play, and the side is retired. Mariners strand a couple runners in the first, a couple singles by Robles and Raley do not come to pass, and we are scoreless after 1. Start of the second inning here in Seattle. Riley Green will lead things off here for the Tigers. No score from Seattle. Tigers went down 1-2-3 against George Kirby on 11 pitches in the first inning. So that's the first pitch foul to the left. And it's 0-1. 1 for 7 in his career against Kirby with a few strikeouts is Riley Green, 24-year-old from Orlando, Florida. Pops that one foul, and it remains a good count for Kirby at 0-2 now.
1 ball.
Green last year appeared in 137 games for the Tigers. Hit 24 home runs, drove in 74 runs, batted .262. Spent all 3 years of his career starting number 4 here with the Tigers. Stays alive at 1-2. Stays high, and it's 2-2 now. 98 miles an hour that time from Kirby. And Kirby asked if it was a little up, and it was. Good start to the year against the Dodgers. He batted .364, did Riley Green. Left side hit hard but foul, and it remains 2-2. 105 miles an hour exit velo on the foul ball. Two on the way, popped up on the infield. Jorge Polanco right on the chalk, makes the catch, and there's 1-1. Four up, 4 down to start for Kirby, and here is Torres. .257 average for the former New York Yankee. Starting his first year here with the Tigers, strike 1. 2 for 6 in his career against Kirby. He demolished Dodger pitching in the first series down at Dodger Stadium. Batted .538 against the Dodgers. Strike 2. Played in 154 games last year for New York. He batted .257, hit 15 homers, and drove in 63 runs for the Yankees.
Yep, that ball went out.
Made his major league debut in 2018 at 21 years old for the New York Yankees. Career average of .266 starting his 8th year. Shot foul, and it's 1-2. Gets on base pretty well. Career on base percentage of .334 for Torres. And he pokes this one down the left side, and it'll hook foul. They'll do it again. The 28-year-old from Caracas, Venezuela, here against George Kirby. Downstairs, 2-2. Right side going the other way. Long run for Robles, who runs it down. Good range out there by Victor Robles, and there's 2 away here for George Kirby in the second. And now Torkelson. 2 out, nobody aboard here for the Tigers. The first baseman batting .091 after that Dodger series. 25 from California. Hammers the first ball foul, and it is 0-1. Starting his 4th year here with the Tigers, all 4 of them here with Detroit. That Tigers farm system over the past few seasons has been pretty good. Floater into center for Julio, who will get there. 6 up, 6 down to start the game for George Kirby. Good start. And we're scoreless after 1.5 in Seattle. Jorge Polanco leading things off here for Seattle to start the second inning. 6, 7, 8 due up here for the Mariners. 2 hits in the first inning. They stranded both of those guys on base. And now a 3rd hit as Polanco goes the other way down the left field line. Extra bases for Polanco. And a leadoff double here to start the second for the Mariners' 3rd baseman. They had the outfield shifted over for him. Not usually a guy to go opposite field, but he does just that. And there's a runner in scoring position here for Rowdy Tellez, who takes strike 1. Yet to get a hit this year for Tellez. He's played in 2 of the first 4 games to this point. Been in the league since 2018, started his career with Toronto. Grounded to 3rd. Polanco has to stay put at second base. The throw across is in time to retire Tellez, and there is 1 away. And now Ryan Bliss to the plate. Youngest guy on the team, made his major league debut last year. He's off to a good start. .538 average against the Athletics to start the season. He hit a home run After appearing in 33 games last year, Brian Bliss finding his normal spot in the lineup so far this year. Runner on second with one out, and Bliss takes inside 1-0. Drafted by the Diamondbacks back in 2021, made his major league debut with Seattle last year. Fouls that one away, 1-1. On the ground right side, might sneak away, but Torres makes a great diving play to rob Bliss of a hit and possibly an RBI. Good play over there at second base by Gleyber Torres. Polanco does move up to third, but now there's two away. Good play over there by Torres. Now Crawford to the plate, runner on third, but a base hit will needed to get him to come across as he fouls that one away, 0-1. 4 RBIs so far this year for Crawford, batting .462 through the first series of the season. Still looking for his first big fly of the season as well. Runner on third with two out. Inside, and it hits him. A breaking ball that came two inside, and Crawford gets hit by a pitch to flip things back over to Victor Robles with runners at the corners. Robles singled up the middle to start this game. Runners at the corners with two men out. First pitch stays high, 1-0. That one stays high, and it's 2-0. So a dangerous count against a good hitter. And if you lose him, then you load the bases for Julio. The 2-0. Downstairs, and it's 3-0. So now the Mariners threaten to load the bases with Julio waiting on deck. Right down the middle, no chance of swinging for Robles there, and it's 3-1. So now let's see if he has the green light here in a good count. 3-1. And he hits this one foul, and it's back to full 3-2. So now Crawford will be on the move from first. With a 2-strike count with 2 outs. There he goes. And this ball's hit in the air towards right center. It'll hang up enough, though. The ballpark will hold it, and the side is retired. Second straight inning to start the game for Seattle, where they strand 2 runners on. We are still scoreless after 2 here in Seattle. We welcome you back to Seattle as we take a look at the MLB headlines. Jonathan Cannon for the White Sox allowed just 1 run and 10 strikeouts against the Angels. George Springer hit 5 RBIs in the win against the Orioles, and the Rangers in the American League West won in extra innings against the Red Sox yesterday. Early season headlines. Always fun time here in March going into April. Pop up on the first pitch by Colt Keith, and Polanco secures it. 1 pitch, 1 out for George Kirby, who has now retired the first 7 batters he's faced in this game. And now here is Jake Rogers. 197 through the Dodgers series. Excuse me, that was last year. .67 through the Dodgers series. And the first pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Appeared in 102 games last year for the Tigers, did Rogers. He hit 10 home runs, drove in 36 runs. Ground ball right side, Rowdy Tellez. Very quickly 2 away here in the third. 8 up, 8 down to start the game for Kirby. Now Andy Ibanez. 364 through that Dodgers series. Made his major league debut back in 2021 with the Rangers. Spent 2 years there, 21 and 22. Has been with the Tigers since 2023, starting his 3rd year in Detroit. Last year for the Tigers, he appeared in 99 games, drove just 5 home runs over the wall, drove in just 32 runs, batted .241, outside 1 and 2. 32-year-old from La Habana, Cuba. Chops that one foul, and it remains 1-2. Swing and a miss. Chased it outside, and what a start for George Kirby. Through 3 innings without allowing a base runner. 9 up, 9 down as we head to the bottom of the third. Bottom of the third inning here, 2-3-4, due up for Seattle, starting with Julio. Through the first 2 innings, Mariners have left 4 men on base, and he skies that one down the left field line and foul. It's 0-1. Mariners had runners at the corners last inning, couldn't get them in to score. 2 runners left on base each of the first 2 innings. There's a big wave and a miss by Julio, and it's 0-2. Somehow made contact with that one. Fouls it off into the camera well, and it remains 0-2 to Julio. Leading things off here in the bottom of inning number 3 in a scoreless game from Seattle. Game 1 of this 3-game set between the Tigers and the Mariners, and Julio goes down swinging for out number 1. The Mannings look pretty good. He's allowed a few runners on base, but he hasn't gotten frightened by that. Now here is Cal. Base hit his first time. He's 1 for 1. Upstairs 1-0. Went the other way with that base hit to left field into the 6th hole. For a base hit back in the first inning, he got stranded on base. 1 ball, no strikes. Outside corner for a strike, 1-1. Foul away, 1-2. After this series is done, the Mariners will head down the coast, down to San Francisco for a 3-game set with the Giants, before coming right back here to their home ballpark to host the Houston Astros, followed by the Texas Rangers. So a lot of home games for Seattle to start the season. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Cal, and he hits this one in the air, left center field. Long run out towards just in front of the warning track to make the catch, and there's 2 away. So 2 up, 2 down to start the third, and here's Arozarena, who flew out his first out. 3 for 16 to start the season in the first 4 games. Pitch number 40 for Matt Manning is fouled away by Arozarena, and it's 0-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. The backdoor curveball.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And Arozarena trying to protect the plate, trying to avoid going 1-2-3 here against Manning. The 0-2. He got it. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball outside. Arozarena goes down, and the Mariners for the first time get set down 1-2-3. Pitchers duel here in Seattle as we head to the 4th. We welcome you back to T-Mobile Park. No score here to start the 4th inning between the Tigers and the Mariners. George Kirby goes back to the top of the order for the Tigers without allowing a base runner through the first time through the order. Zach McKinstry to lead things off here in the 4th. 9 up, 9 down to start the game for Kirby. And the first pitch here just missed outside. In the air, right center. Long run for Robles. He's not going to get there. Base hit. First base runner given up by Kirby to start the 4th inning. And it's a leadoff double for Zach McKinstry. So Kirby was perfect going through the order the first time, and then right when they get back to the top, McKinstry hits the first base runner and the first hit of the game for the Tigers. Runner on second with nobody out. Now here's Parker Meadows. Outside corner for a strike, 0-1. 0 for 1 of the strikeout is Meadows to start this game. Runner on second here with nobody out here in the fourth. Slap foul, 0-2. Oh, 0-2 pitch, misses inside, tried to tie him inside with a slider, and it's 1-2. McKinstry, the runner at second base. The 1-2 pitch is floated towards the right side. That's going to get down for a base hit. McKinstry around third and head for the plate, and the Tigers break the ice here in Seattle. They score first. It's 1-0 on an RBI single by Parker Meadows. So back-to-back hits here to start the fourth. After Kirby did not allow a base runner through the first 3 innings, a double and then a single puts the Tigers on top, 1-0. Now Kerry Carpenter. Carpenter slaps that one foul. 0 for 1 of the pop out in foul territory. His first time. 27-year-old from Florida. Made his Major League debut back in 2022 with the Tigers. Starting his 4th year here with the Tigers club. No balls and 2 strikes, and a pitch upstairs, 1-2, 97 miles an hour there from George Kirby. 1-2, popped him up again. On the infield, this will be Ryan Bliss, who makes the catch for out number 1. So Kirby finally gets out number 1 here in the inning. Runner on first with 1 out now here for Riley Green, who popped out his first time as well. Check on the runner over there. Strike 1. Green 6'2", 200 from Orlando. Runner on first here with 1 out. Strike 2, 0-2. Little floater into right field. Robles charging in, will get there to make the catch, and there's 2-1. So after the double and single to lead things off in the inning, the next 2 guys are retired. And now Gleyber Torres will bat here with runner on first and 2 out. Swing and a miss, 0-1 by Torres.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Starting his 8th year in the majors, all of the first 7 were with the Yankees. Now here in a Tigers uniform. No balls and 2 strikes. Inside, 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Fouled away, and it's 1-2. Staying alive. 98 miles an hour that time from Kirby, and it remains 1-2. Just missed downstairs. Good battle here by Torres. Here against Kirby, who's trying to get out of the inning, gave up a couple of hits in the game's first run. Now trying to get out of the inning with the damage limited to 1. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. The deuces are wild. And it's downstairs, full count. So now the runner on first will get a head start. Torkelson waits on deck here for the Tigers. The payoff. Upstairs, both for he lost him. Good battle there by Gleyber Torres, and the inning will continue. First walk issued by George Kirby, and the inning will continue here to the 6th hole and Spencer Torkelson, who is 0 for 1 of the lineout. Coming off of a year in which he drove in 37 runs, 10 homers. Runners on first and second with 2 men out. Strike one at the knees. Right down the heart of the plate and a base hit into left field. Arozarena gets to it quickly. Here comes his throw to the plate. It's up the line. And the Tigers take a 2-0 lead. Parker Meadows comes in to score. RBI single for Torkelson. And it's 2-0 Detroit. Third hit of the inning for the Tigers. Second run coming across. And the walk pays dividends for the Tigers. It's 2-0, and now here's Colt Keith, who takes high 1-0. 0 for 1 of the pop out, his first time to the plate. Kirby went through the first time through the order unscathed. He 9 up, 9 down, and now first time going through the order for the second time. Not going so well. 3 hits, 2 runs here in the fourth. 7th man to the plate here for the Tigers in the inning. And a line drive left side. One hop off the glove of Polanco, trying to recover quickly, and he can't. And the inning will continue again. They're going to call that one a base hit on the hard hit ball, and the bases are loaded now for the Tigers, and they'll send their 8th man to the plate here in the inning. Hot corner from Polanco, and that ball just ate him up. Keith too fast down the line to recover off the bobble, and now here's Rogers with the bases loaded. First pitch inside, apparently, 1-0. Wow. Right side, base hit. Robles gets it in quickly. Another run comes in. They go station to station, and a third run comes in for the Tigers. It's 3-0 on their 5th hit of the inning. And the second time through the order, they are just killing George Kirby, and that'll do it for him. He was off to a good start. 9 up, 9 down, and then he just couldn't retire anybody going through the order for a second time, and his start comes up short here today. Emerson Hancock will get the call here for the Mariners. Trying to stop the bleeding here in the 4th inning. 12 games last year, 4-4 record with a 4.75 ERA. 6'4", 213, drafted by the Diamondbacks back in 2017. From Cairo, Georgia. And this one's in there for a strike, 0-1 out of the bullpen. Last year for Seattle, 4.75 ERA, as we just mentioned. He pitched in 60 innings. Looking to set them down with the bases loaded, but he will, yes, he will able to. That ball hung up enough for Arozarena to make the catch, and the bleeding is over, but the Tigers bat around here in the 4th. 5 hits, 3 runs, and the Mariners trail 3-0. Luke Raley set to lead things off here in the bottom of the 4th. Mariners looking to string some hits together now. They trail 3-0. Matt Manning's got a 3-run lead to work with here for the Tigers. Biggest storyline so far, I believe, is that the Mariners have already stringed 4 runners on base in this game. Downstairs in there for a strike, 0-2.
0-2 is the count.
Upstairs, 1-2. And now we get to see how the Mariners play from behind in this game. They didn't really play from behind a whole lot in that opening series against the Athletics. They lost yesterday. They struck out 15 times in a game that they lost. So that is not a recipe for success that they want to duplicate here today. Raley fouls that one off, 2-2. inside, full count. Good at bat here from Raley to lead things off in the fourth. With Polanco waiting on deck. 3-2 misses inside, ball 4. Good at bat there from Raley to start the inning. And the Mariners leadoff man's aboard here in the fourth. And now Jorge Polanco, who is swinging a very hot bat to start the year. 6 for 17, and he's 1 for 1 today with a double. Raley, the runner up first here with nobody out in the fourth for Polanco. First pitch right there, and it's 0-1.
Ball, that's low.
353 average through the first series of the year for Polanco. Batted great against the Athletics. Swing and a miss there. And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2
Starting his
strikes.
12th year in the majors. A ball and 2 strikes. And inside, gets away. Raley is going to take off. And he's going to get to second base. So a runner in scoring position now here for Seattle. And Raley's hurt now at second. And he is holding his arm, and this is not a good sign. He's going to get pulled from the game. So Dylan Moore will come in to pinch run for Raley. Slid into second awkwardly, holding that arm. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Got a runner on second now here for Seattle, and a ground ball right side that's going to sneak through for a base hit. Dylan Moore on his way to the plate. The throw is up the line, and the Mariners are on the board. Jorge Polanco continues his hot hitting. And the Mariners cut into that lead. It's 3-1. So Jorge Polanco continues to stay hot in the early season. Mariners are on the board, and now here's Tellez, who takes a strike, 0-1. 0 for 4 so far this season for Tellez. Gets the start today because of the righty on the bump. No balls and a strike, and that one stays high. 1-1. Gave Donovan Solano the night off tonight. Runner on first, still nobody out here in the inning, and a run home for the Mariners as that one's fouled away, and it's 1-2 to Tellez. Swing and a miss, struck him out on a pitch nowhere close. And that is out number 1 and the third strikeout for Manning. And now here's Ryan Bliss. 7 for 14 to start the year, batting a perfect 500. Runner on first with 1 out and a run home in the inning for Seattle. First pitch misses well outside to Bliss, and it's 1-0. Swing and a miss on that sweeper, and it's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss again, and it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Outside corner, Bliss didn't bite. 2-2 remains the count. Polanco, the runner on over at first. He drove in the game's first run for the Mariners. And it's 2-2 now to Bliss, and he swings right through a fastball. Back-to-back strikeouts now for Manning. And there's 2 away. So now 2 away in the inning. Runner on first here for J.P. Crawford. Hit by a pitch his first time to the plate on a breaking ball that broke too far inside. Got him right in the back of the leg. 462 average so far to start the year. He's driven in 4 runs. Would this be a tie for his first homer of the season? Inside, but called a strike. 0-1.
Nope.
1-1. Matt Manning has thrown quite a few pitches in this inning. He's over 20. He's at 65 total pitches here tonight. The 1-1, a breaking ball that doesn't break, and it's 2-1. Hitters count to Crawford. The 2-1. Fouled away, and it's 2-2. The deuces are wild now here for Manning against Crawford. Mariners have scored one run here in the fourth, courtesy of Jorge Polanco, who stands at first base right now. The deuces are wild, and a swing and a miss. So all three outs in the inning via the strikeout for Manning after giving up the game's first run for the Mariners. The Mariners do get on the board. Jorge Polanco with the RBI single, and it's 3-1 after 4. We welcome you back to Seattle. Start of the fifth inning here at T-Mobile Park. Mariners trail by 2. It's 3-1. Emerson Hancock will remain out there after just throwing 2 pitches to retire the side in the fourth. And Zach McKinstry back to the top of the order. All 9 guys came to the plate for the Tigers last inning. They scored 3 runs on 5 hits. And that one stays high, 1-1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
6'4", 213 is Hancock. Drafted back in 2017 by the Diamondbacks. There's a swing and a miss at a 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Made his debut in 2023 against the Padres, in which he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 hits, struck out 3, and gave up 1 run.
Ball 2.
2-2. Bullpen guy for the Mariners. Last year, pitched in 60.2 innings, gave up 12 homers, and now it's full count. Popped him up. In shallow right field, Ryan Bliss to Les. It'll be Bliss to make the catch for out number 1. So McKinstry pops out. Good start to the inning for Hancock, and now Parker Meadows to the plate. 1 for 2 with an RBI single, his first time. His second time. That was last inning. Turns on this one and sends it foul, 0-1. Inside corner for a strike, and it's 0-2. Floater into center, and Julio's got a beat on it. So quickly 2 away for Hancock. Good start out of the bullpen for him. He's retired 5 batters on 11 pitches, and now here's Kerry Carpenter, who is 0 for 2 with a couple pop-outs here tonight. And the first pitch is a floater into center again. Julio has a beat on it. Emerson Hancock off to a good start out of the bullpen. 3 up, 3 down. And we head to the bottom of the fifth. Mariners trail by 2. It's the bottom of the fifth inning, and the Mariners will send their top of the order to the plate. 1, 2, and 3. Robles, Julio, and Cal. As Robles swings right through that fastball, it's 0-1. Mariners a bloop and a blast away from tying the game. They've already stranded 5 runners on base in this one. Looking to string a couple hits together perhaps, and Polanco skies this one into left field. And that is out number 1. Got under it. There's 1 away here in the fifth. And now Julio. 0 for 2, the strikeout, grounded into a fielder's choice, his first time to the plate. 1 out, nobody aboard here in a 2-run ball game. And Julio skies this one again towards left field. It was in on the hands, and he didn't get the barrel on it, and that is quickly out number 2. So 2 quick outs for Matt Manning here in the fifth. And now Cal to the plate. 2 out, nobody aboard for Cal. Singled his first time to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Nobody on, 2 out in the fifth, and he grounds this one towards shortstop. And McKinstry will make the play, and the side is retired. Very quick inning in the fifth as we head to the sixth in a 3-1 game. Let's take a look at the starter comparison here today. Matt Manning still going, 5 innings pitched. He's allowed just 1 run, and he struck out 5. Kirby, his day was short-lived, 3 2/3 innings pitched. He allowed 3 runs on 5 hits, and he struck out 3 and also walked a batter. Riley Green set to lead things off here in the top half of inning number 6. Hancock remains out there, and he fires in a strike at the top of the zone. It's 0-1. Very quick 1-2-3 inning for Hancock last inning. And this ball's floated to left field. Arozarena will make the basket catch. And there's one away here in the 6th. A lot of soft contact here against Hancock in his 3rd inning of work now. And here's Torres. 0 for 1 of the walk and a run scored. 1 out, nobody aboard, and Torres rips that one foul. It's 0-1. Another floater into left field. Arozarena barely has to move, and there's 2 away. Hancock's looking good here out of the bullpen. He's retired 7 batters on just 16 pitches out of the bullpen for Hancock. And now here's Torkelson, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI single his last time to the plate. Skies this one towards right center. Robles on the run, going back to the warning track, and he makes the catch. Hancock, another very quick 1-2-3 inning out of the bullpen. Now let's see if the Mariners can get the bats going. They got the right guys coming up here in the 6th. Randy Arozarena set to lead things off here in the bottom of inning number 6 for Seattle. They trail by 2. They're up loop and a blast away from a tie game. They've left 5 runners on base, so something's got to give here. And this ball's hit the other way to right. Pretty well struck. Arozarena watches it fly. An opposite field home run. And it's a 1-run ball game. Randy Arozarena. They finally got the right-hander. Arozarena goes to the opposite field and keeps it fair down the right field line. A big blast going the other way. And it's a 1-run ball game here in Seattle. And now Dylan Moore to the plate, who takes ball 1. First at bat of the game for Moore, coming in for the injured Luke Raley. Still no status on him. Slid in awkwardly to second base, holding his arm. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. For the injury for Luke Raley, outside 2-0. Bo Brisk and Tyler Holton warming up in the Tigers bullpen. Right-hander and a left-hander. Dylan Moore at the plate. His first at-bat of the season. Coming in for the injured Raley. Outside 3-0. Polanco awaits on deck. To Dylan Moore is inside a 4-pitch walk. So a home run by Arozarena, making it a 1-run ball game, and now Dylan Moore draws the walk, and now here is Polanco, arguably the hottest hitter on the team right now. 2 for 2, double and a single, drove in the first run for the Mariners. And now a chance with Dylan Moore representing the tying run at first base to knock Matt Manning out of the game, perhaps. Crowd back into it here at T-Mobile Park. Polanco to the plate. First pitch in there for a strike on a borderline pitch, and it's 0-1. And Polanco has some words. A 1 pitch outside, 1-1. And check on Moore over there, who's getting a little aggressive. Next pitch is going to be Manning's 80th pitch of the ball game. In a one-run ball game, 1-1. Outside corner for a strike, 1-2. Swung at a pitch that was nowhere close, did Polanco. And that's a strikeout for Manning, his 6th of the ball game. It almost looked like Polanco thought there was a hit and run on, but Dylan Moore didn't go anywhere. Polanco swings at a very bad pitch, and that's going to do it for Manning. They're going to the left-hander. Mariners make it a one-run ball game, and the inning will continue as Manning's night is done here in Seattle. Herder will get the call here for the Tigers. 2 games this season so far. He hasn't given up a run, and he has not given up a hit to a right-hander yet. In his Major League debut last August against the Royals, he pitched 3 innings. Close play over there. First, Moore gets back in safely. Pitched 3 innings against the Royals last August in his Major League debut. Gave up 2 hits, didn't allow a run. And he struck out 3. Runner takes off. Dylan Moore on his way to second. It was a breaking ball, and the throw's nowhere close. And the tying runs in scoring position now here for Rowdy Tellez. Runner on second is Dylan Moore. Tying run out there. And he takes off for third. And he is safe. Back-to-back stolen bases for Dylan Moore. And the tying run is 90 feet away for Seattle. Just taking off against Brant Herder. And now Tellez in a chance to tie the game. Runner on third with 1 out. And he fouls it off. And it's 1-2. So now Tellez's job is to battle. All you pretty much have to do with the speed at third by Dylan Moore is put the ball in play and you'll tie the game. The 1-2. Outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hammered down the right field line, but foul. And they'll do it again at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes with Moore at third base. And he hits it in play. Moore's going to come in to score. Good backhand by Torres. The throw to first is in time, but it doesn't matter. Tellez comes through, puts the ball in play, and this game is tied at 3. So a brand new ball game here in the 6th inning. The Mariners score 2 runs. And Ryan Bliss now to the plate, 2 out, nobody on. Tied at 3 now here in Seattle. Dylan Moore showing off his speed, stole second and third on consecutive pitches, and comes in to score. Bliss takes inside 2-0. Bliss takes the strike on 2-0, and it's 2-1. 2 runs home in the inning for Seattle. The home run by Arozarena started it. Then a walk of Dylan Moore. Then he stole second and third, and then an RBI ground out by Rowdy Tellez has us tied at 3 here in the 6th. Deuces are wild here for Ryan Bliss at the plate. And he hits this one down the right field line. Going towards the corner, the ballpark will hold it, and the side is retired. But the Mariners score 2 runs, courtesy of Arozarena's home run, and then Dylan Moore showing off the speed. Brand new ball game as we head to the late innings. Start of the 7th inning, Hancock will stay out there. Why not? He's starting his 4th inning of work. He's only thrown 18 pitches here against the Tigers. He is just shutting them down. 7-8-9 due up here for Detroit. A new ball game at 3-3, and Gabe Spear and Matt Brash are warming up in the Mariner bullpen. Strike one, 1-1. Both teams with 3 runs on 5 hits. Mariners scored the latest 2 to tie the game, and this one's ripped to the right side and foul 1-2. Rosarena has the game's lone home run so far. Even the bottom of the 6th made it a 1-run ball game at the time. Mariners kept going. Strike 3 called at the bottom of the zone. And Hancock continues to just rear back and let it fly, and there's one away as we take a look at StatCast powered by Google Cloud. All fastballs. Topped out at 95 on that sequence. Now here's Jake Rogers with 1-1. Inside, 1-0. 1 for 2 with an RBI single back in the 4th inning for the Tigers. Scored all 3 of their runs in that 4th inning where they sent all 9 guys to the plate. The 1-0 is downstairs 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
Outside 3-0. Ibanez waits on deck. Three balls and no strikes. Rogers probably does not have the green light, and it looks like he did not, and 3-1. That one just missed inside, and the first blemish on the line for Hancock comes here in the 7th. Allows the walk. They'll keep him out there for Andy Ibanez. Runner on first here with 1 out in the 7th. First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1. Runner takes off on an 0-1 pitch. It's hit to the right side. Almost caught. Tellez trying to recover, and he will. Runner moves up to second base. If Tellez hung on to that ball, that would have been an easy double play. But it goes for naught. Runner moves up to second base, and there's 2 away. 2 away for the top of the order, and Zach McKinstry with the go-ahead run at second base. And that one's in there for a strike from Hancock.
0-1.
It's 0-1. Outside corner, and it's 0-2.
0-2.
Hancock looking to cap off his excellent work here tonight out of the bullpen. No balls and 2 strikes. Little floater to the right side. Tellez has got it. Step on the bag. And Emerson Hancock with a gem out of the bullpen. And the Tigers straight a runner at second as it's time to stretch in a tie game at 3 from Seattle. New pitcher into the game for the Tigers. It'll be Bo Brisk, who has appeared in 2 games thus far. He gave up a few runs against the Dodgers. All hits given up were against left-handers. We've got a left-hander coming up to start the inning, J.P. Crawford. So 0 for 1 is Crawford. He got hit by a pitch earlier in the ball game as well. Batting .429 to start the year. Stays high 1-0. Tie game at 3 here in the 7th. Mariners scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th to tie the game. Off the end of the bat, 1-1. Bo Brisk fresh out of the bullpen. Against the Dodgers, all hits he gave up were against left-handers. And he's got a left-hander here at the plate, and he grounds it to second base for Gleyber Torres. And the throw to first is inside, 1 away here in the 7th. So Crawford is a ground-out victim, 1 out, and back to the top of the order we go with Victor Robles. 1 for 3 with a single. Started the game off with that single back in the 1st inning on a base hit up the middle. And he takes a strike at the knees here. It's 0-1. Outside, 1-1. Backed up the middle. What a snag by Brisk. Look what I found. Just trying to get out of the way, and it finds the glove, and Robles is out number 2. And now Julio, who is 0 for 3. He was on base twice in yesterday's game against Oakland, against the Athletics. Swing and a miss, it's 0-1. He had a base hit, and he got hit by a pitch in yesterday's contest. Up in the zone, and it's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Julio trying to protect the plate, avoid a 1-2-3 inning, and he fouls it straight back. One swing from Julio here could tie the game. Give the Mariners the lead. Swing and a miss here, though, and Julio's retired for a 4th time tonight. 1-2-3 go the Mariners in the 7th. We head to the 8th in a tie ball game. Parker Meadows set to lead things off here in the 8th, and Hancock's looking so good, they're going to keep him out there again. He has just been incredible out of the bullpen to this point. 0-1 downstairs, 1-0. George Kirby got knocked out of this game in the 3rd inning. And Hancock has been out there ever since. And he has just looked incredible. Andres Munoz and Matt Brash warming up for the Mariners. Inside, and he swung at it. 1-2. Everything going Hancock's way at the moment. The 1-2 pitch. Swinging a foul ball. Able to stay alive on a pitch that was outside. One-two, ripped to the right side, and foul. They'll do it again. Chop, foul, just able to get a piece of it to stay alive. Pitch count starting to get up a little bit for Hancock out of the bullpen. But, I mean, he's in his 5th inning of work, and he's only at 38 pitches. Here's the 1-2, and it's left foul. Good battle from Parker Meadows here, leading things off in the 8th inning. Inside, 2-2. A lot of pitches in this at bat. 2 balls and 2 strikes. He went around. It's a strikeout for Hancock. And he just continues to set down the Tigers. One away here in the 8th inning. Here's Kerry Carpenter. And Carpenter takes a strike, 0-1.
0-1.
43 pitches out of the bullpen. 5th inning of work for Hancock. And this one stays high, 1-1. Goes up and fouls it back our way, and it's 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes from Hancock. Outside corner. Swing and a miss. Emerson Hancock rearing back and letting it fly, and there's 2 away here in the 8th inning. And he is stolen the show away from everybody here tonight. And now one final batter for him, I assume, Riley Green. Strike 1. Fouled away, and it's 0-2 now. Emerson Hancock looking to strike out the side to cap off this outstanding appearance out of the bullpen. No balls and 2 strikes. He struck him out! Emerson Hancock strikes out the side. And what an outing it was. New pitcher out of the bullpen for the Tigers as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Tyler Holton will be the guy to get the call. 2 games under his belt, 10 ERA against the Dodgers. Mariners looking to continue that. They got the heart of their order due up in a tie ball game. And the first pitch to Cal is downstairs, 1-0. One-0 pitch. Cal fouls it away. 1-1. Cal left side, good backhand there by Ibanez, and the throw across is in time, 1-1. Not very much speed coming out of the box from Cal. The big dumper rumbling down the first baseline. Good play there by Ibanez on the hot corner. 101 miles an hour on that exit velo. And now here is Randy Arozarena, who homered in the 6th inning to start the Mariners rally. Outside, 1-0. Tommy Cannell and Jason Foley warming up in the Tiger bullpen. Cannell a right-hander. Foley also a right-hander for the Tigers. 1 ball, no strikes, and it's tapper foul, 1-1. Fouled away, and it's 1-2 for Arozarena. 3-4-5 here in the 8th inning. Cal Raleigh grounded out to start the inning. Now Arozarena at the plate. Battling in a 1-2 hole. Inside, 2-2. Tie game at 3 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Tigers scored all 3 of their runs in the 3rd. Mariners scored 2 of their 3 runs to tie the game in the 6th. Outside, full count. Dylan Moore waits on deck here for Seattle. Three balls and 2 strikes. Breaking ball, left side, fair, down the left field line. A 2-hit game for Arozarena. The throw into second. Holds Arozarena at first, and the go-ahead runs on base here for the Mariners. Right over the top of 3rd. And Arozarena stays high. And the go-ahead run is on base here for Dylan Moore, who walked his first time to the plate coming in for the injured Luke Raley. Outside, 1-0. Dylan Moore walked in the 6th inning. He was the tying run. He stole second, and then he stole 3rd on consecutive pitches, and then came home on an RBI ground out by Rowdy Tellez. And he takes a strike here, 1-1.
Ball.
2 balls and a strike to Demo.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
The 2-1. Hit fouled on the right side, 2-2. Arozarena, the runner up first, represents the go-ahead run here in the 8th inning. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and Moore pops it up. Right side for Gleyber Torres. And there's 2 away. So 2 away here in the 8th inning. Go-ahead run remains over at first. And now Rowdy Tellez to the plate. Or actually, it's going to be Polanco, excuse me. Jorge Polanco to the plate. 2 for 3. He's staying hot. Double and a single and an RBI. 7 for 19 to start the year. Downstairs, 1-0. Way outside, 2-0. Arozarena, the go-ahead run on over at first. 2 out here in the 8th inning. 2 balls and no strikes to Polanco. 3-0. The big boy, Rowdy Tellez, waits on deck. See if Polanco has the green light here, 3-0. Takes a strike, 3-1. 3-1 fouled away, and now it's full at 3-2. So Arozarena will get a head start off of first base. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Arozarena gets his lead. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. There goes Arozarena. And it's ball 4 downstairs. Go-ahead run moves into scoring position here for Rowdy Tellez. And they're going to pinch hit him, actually, as Donovan Solano will come in to pinch hit for the Mariners. They bring in the right-hander against the lefty. Go-ahead run at second base for Solano. Pinch hit it. Strike 1. No balls and a strike. Stays high, 1-1. A lot of pitches in this inning for Holton. 22, 11, and 11 strikes and balls. The 1-1. In there for a strike, and it's 1-2. One ball and 2 strike to Solano. Fouls it away, stays alive. Right side, just foul.
Foul ball.
Any base hit with the speed of Arozarena will probably give the Mariners the lead here. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Donovan Solano. Chopped it foul again. Battling and battling. Arozarena represents the go-ahead run at second base. 1-2. Strike 3 call. Inside corner, Solano gets retired. Pinch hitting for Tellez, and the Mariners strand a couple more runners on base. We head to the 9th in a tie game at 3. Donovan Solano will remain in the game. He's going to play first base. Gleyber Torres will lead things out, and guess what? They're going to continue with Emerson Hancock. Why not? He is pitching incredibly right now. He's about to throw his 50th pitch out of the bullpen. And he has just been lights out here for the Mariners. Inside to Torres, 1-0. Pitch, a foul, and it's 1-1. So Hancock now over 50 pitches, starting his 6th inning of work out of the bullpen. Just incredible stuff from Hancock. Strike 2, 1-2. High fly ball, well hit, left field. Arozarena going back to the wall, leaps, it's gone. Gleyber Torres gives the Tigers the lead in the 9th. They might have kept Hancock out there just 1 inning too many, and the Tigers take a 9th inning lead. Left it right over the heart of the plate. About thigh high and into the sky it went. 359 feet, didn't hit it very hard. It just kept carrying into the Tiger bullpen. And the Tigers take the lead, and that'll do it for Hancock. So 4-3 Tigers in the 9th. A pitching change for Seattle. Tigers take the lead. New pitcher into the game for Seattle will be Matt Brash. He's appeared in 3 games so far this year. He has 1 hold, hasn't given up a run, hasn't even given up a hit yet. The Mariners might have gone to him 1 batter too late. As the Tigers take the lead 4-3 here in the 9th, and Spencer Torkelson will come to the plate. Outside, 1-0.
Ball 1, no strike.
Torkelson 1 for 3, RBI single back in the 4th. Energy has definitely shifted away here at T-Mobile Park after the go-ahead home run by Torres. 2-0 now. On the ground left side, Polanco will gather. Easy throw to first in time, 1 away. Now Colt Keith to the plate. 1 out, nobody aboard, but a run home in the inning here for the Tigers for Colt Keith. First pitch grounded to the right side this time. Donovan Solano fresh into the game will make the play, and there's 2 away. And now Jake Rogers. 2 away here in the 9th inning. A 1-run lead for the Tigers, courtesy of Gleyber Torres. Homering here in the 9th. Outside, 1-0.
1-0.
Stairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Rogers, 8-hole hitter for the Tigers, 1 for 2 today. Getting 214 through the first few games of the season. The 2-0. In there for a strike, 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Outside corner, 2-2.
2-2 count.
Roosters are wild here for Matt Brash, trying to send us to the bottom of the 9th. And it's fouled away to stay alive. Jake Rogers. The Deuces Wild offering, fouled away again. On the ground left side, Polanco gathers it in, throw across, he's in time, and the side is retired. All right, here we go. Last chance for the Mariners. They need 1 to tie, 2 to win it. Gleyber Torres, the devastating blow in the 9th, gives the Tigers a 1-run lead. Will Vest will be the guy in to try to close this game out for the Tigers. 3 games so far this season, 1 for 1 at save opportunities. He's pitched 2 innings. He's given up a few runs. So something's going to give here for the Mariners. They've got Ryan Bliss leading things off here in the bottom of inning number 9. 0 for 3 tonight is Bliss. Mariners trail by 1. First pitch here to Bliss is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Tigers took a 3-0 lead in the 4th inning. Mariners came back to tie the game in the 6th. They were tied at 3 coming into the 9th. Gleyber Torres, the go-ahead home run in the top half of this inning. And now the Mariners are in desperation mode, and Bliss is down 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Bliss. Way high, 1-2.
2 strikes.
Little floater to right field, could be trouble. It's going to get caught. Wow. The range out there in right field, and there's 1 away. A little blooper to right field, and now here's J.P. Crawford. Crawford 0 for 2. Hit by a pitch earlier. Wouldn't this be a time for his first home run of the season? In there for a strike, 0-1. Nobody on, 1 out here in a 1-run ball game in the 9th. 0-1. Oh, man. Don't chase that, JP. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
2 is the count.
No balls and 2 strikes to Crawford. Swing and a miss. And there's two away. Crawford furious with himself. Bat at bat for him. Swung on a pitch that was way high and then swung at one right down the middle. Couldn't make contact. And the Mariners are down to their final out tonight. It all comes down to Victor Robles, who is 1 for 4. Downstairs 1-0. Outside 2-0. If Robles can manage to keep this inning alive, Julio waits on deck. 2 balls and no strikes to Victor Robles. Stays high, 3-0. Now dangerous territory a little bit here for Vest, with Julio waiting on deck for the Mariners. The 3-0. In there for a strike, 3-1. Three balls and a strike to Victor Robles. Takes another one, and the Mariners are down to their final strike tonight. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Victor Robles. Going to keep the inning alive. The payoff pitch from Will Vest. Strike 3 called, game over. He was ahead 3-0, didn't swing the bat one time, and the Mariners fall in game 1 to the Tigers by a final score of 4-3. The go-ahead run by Gleyber Torres in the top half of the ninth. The win goes to Tyler Holton. Emerson Hancock, unfortunately, will get the loss in what was a tremendous outing out of the bullpen for him. Tigers lead the series 1-0. They score 4 runs on 6 hits. Mariners score 3 runs on 6 hits. And they fall short of the Tigers here in game 1 of this series.